There is a pain that doesn't leave bruises, a pain that doesn't scream, a pain that sits quietly in your chest and whispers, "Am I not enough?" And the truth is, what hurts a woman the most is not being yelled at, not even being betrayed openly. What hurts a woman the most is being emotionally ignored, being present yet unseen, being loyal yet unchosen, being loving yet taken for granted. And if you've ever felt that tight ache in your heart while smiling on the outside, this is for you, because this pain changes a woman silently, deeply, forever. You wait for a message that never comes. You check your phone not once, not twice, but again and again. You tell yourself, maybe they're busy. You make excuses for someone who never makes time. You replay conversations in your head at night wondering, did I say too much? Did I ask for too much? Was I too emotional? You show up with love, with patience, with understanding. And yet, you feel alone even when you're not single. You're in a relationship, but you feel invisible. You're loved in words, but abandoned in actions. And slowly, quietly, you stop asking. You stop expressing. You stop being you. That's how it starts, not with screaming, not with drama, but with silence. And silence, when it comes from someone you love, cuts deeper than words ever could. That's why today we're going to talk about something most people never explain clearly. Today, I'm going to break down the 6 things that hurt a woman the most, emotionally, not to blame, but to awaken. Because once you understand the pain, you stop internalizing it, and you start reclaiming your power. You're talking, sharing your heart, explaining how you feel, and they nod, but they're not listening. Their phone matters more. Their mood matters more. Their world matters more. Human beings have a deep psychological need for emotional validation. When a woman's emotions are dismissed or ignored, her brain interprets it as rejection. It triggers anxiety, self-doubt, and emotional insecurity. Never beg for emotional presence. If someone consistently ignores your feelings, they are teaching you how much access they deserve to your heart. Someone who truly values you will never make you feel invisible. One day they're warm, the next day they're distant. One day they promise forever. The next day they disappear. You're left confused, overthinking every interaction. This creates emotional instability, which forms trauma bonds. Your brain starts craving the good moments like an addiction. Consistency is love. Confusion is not romance, it's a red flag. If their love feels like a guessing game, walk away before you lose yourself trying to decode them. You give, you adjust, you sacrifice, and they stop noticing. Your effort becomes expected. Your presence becomes assumed. When effort is unacknowledged, it creates emotional exhaustion. The brain associates love with labor instead of joy. Stop overgiving where appreciation is absent. Love should feel nourishing, not draining. You are not too much. You're just giving to someone who gives too little. I'll change. I'll be there. I promise. But promises remain words. Broken promises damage trust, which is the foundation of emotional safety. Each broken promise chips away at a woman's sense of security. Believe actions, not apologies. Words without consistency are manipulation, not love. They flirt easily. They compare you. They make you feel like you're one option among many. This triggers attachment insecurity, making a woman question her worth. Never compete for attention. If someone makes you feel replaceable, replace their access to you. They love you when you're quiet, when you're easy, when you don't complain. But the moment you express needs, they withdraw. Conditional love teaches the brain that authenticity equals abandonment. Real love doesn't punish honesty. If you have to shrink to be loved, you're not loved. Now listen to me carefully. You were never too emotional. You were responding to emotional neglect. You were never asking for too much. You were asking the wrong person. Your worth does not decrease because someone failed to see it. Pain did not break you, it revealed you. It showed you where you were settling, where you were abandoning yourself. And from this moment on, you choose differently. What hurts a woman the most is being emotionally ignored, inconsistent love, being taken for granted, broken promises, feeling replaceable, and conditional love. And what heals her the most is self-respect, boundaries, and choosing herself every single time. Remember this, the right person will never make you question your worth. They will protect your heart, not test it. If someone cannot see your value, don't lower yourself to prove it. Walk away and let them feel the absence of what they failed to appreciate. If this video spoke to your heart, if it made you feel seen and understood, please like, share, and subscribe to Decoded Thoughts. Your support helps us reach more hearts that need healing. Thank you for listening. And remember, you are not hard to love. You were just loving someone who didn't know how. Have you ever noticed that the deepest pain doesn't come from being left, but from being slowly erased while you're still there? It happens when you lower every wall, offer your softness, your vulnerability, your truth only to be met with emotional distance. That's the moment a woman starts questioning herself. She laughs a little less, speaks a little softer, and begins to see her needs as a burden. Over time, she convinces herself she is becoming strong, but in reality, she is becoming numb. And numbness is not strength, it is unprocessed pain. The world often teaches women that feeling deeply is a weakness, that asking questions makes them difficult, that setting boundaries makes them selfish. But the truth is, a woman who feels deeply is alive. A woman who asks questions is protecting her dignity. And a woman who sets boundaries is protecting her soul. Emotional awareness is not Dramate, is self-respect. Your softness is not your flaw. Your sensitivity is not your problem. The real problem begins when you give a precious heart to people who don't know how to care for it. Remember this. Staying silent is not always maturity, and constant adjustment is not always love. Sometimes, standing up for yourself is the beginning of healing. When you finally understand your value, you stop begging for attention, for effort, for affection. You allow only those into your life who treat your presence as a privilege, not a convenience. And from that moment on, you are no longer just strong, you are free. If this video spoke to your heart, if it made you feel seen and understood, please like, share, and subscribe to Decoded Thoughts. Your support helps us reach more hearts that need healing. Thank you for listening. And remember, you are not hard to love. You are just loving someone who didn't know how.